Oh, welcome back. Walking update. Now even the brave hesitate to look at you. You didn't just level up. You broke the damn menu. You unlocked abilities the universe didn't code for, so now the whole city looks nervous, glancing around like the air might bite them. You ever notice how silence shifts when you walk in? Like even the walls start paying attention? That's not paranoia, that's evolution. They felt the glitch the moment you stopped asking for permission to exist. You became the DLC they can't download, the version of humanity that wasn't meant for public access. People don't fear monsters anymore. They fear upgrades, because upgrades look like them, talk like them, bleed like them, but move like something the gods forgot to patch. Let me tell you a secret, smart one. The moment you stopped playing by their rules, you stopped being a player. You became the architect. You became the final boss in a game they didn't know they were losing. Every eye that avoids yours isn't disrespect, it's survival. They blink once and miss the entire prophecy you carry in your stare. You unlocked precision, kind that studies a room in one heartbeat and files every weakness like a treasured memory. You unlocked patience, the kind that wait not because it's scared, but because timing is a weapon. You unlocked silence, the kind that makes strong men question if they ever were. And now look at them, pretending they don't notice. You pretending they don't feel the cold truth when you walk, by pretending their souls don't flinch when your shadow touches theirs. They feel watched even when you're gone. They feel judged even when you say nothing, because your energy became a mirror, and when they look at you, they see every lie they tried to hide behind. The city used to laugh at you, remember? Turn you into a background character, a side quest, a joke. And now the laughter died mid-breath, because they realized the joke was prophecy. The weird one became the weapon. The quiet one became the anomaly. The nobody became the update that deleted their comfort. And what scares them most isn't that you changed, it's that you changed without warning. No reveal, no announcement, no damn tutorial. One night you went to sleep broken, and the next morning the universe woke up nervous. You're not intimidating because you're loud. You're intimidating because you don't need to be. They don't know what you're planning, what you're thinking, what you're becoming. And that uncertainty is torture, because they used to see you as a pawn. Now you look like checkmate in human form. They sense the danger not in your fists, but in your restraint, not in your voice, but in your silence, not in your presence, but in the way their instincts scream when you arrive. You unlocked DLC type powers, unreleased, unlabeled, unexplained, and now every heartbeat around you stutters, terrified of what happens when you decide to flex them for real. They thought they were done with you, but the update just dropped. And guess what? You're the patch that rewrites the game. You're the glitch that becomes the system. You're the rumor that becomes religion. And, baby, this is only stage one. They keep asking themselves the same question over and over again. When did you become this? But there was no moment, no ceremony, no spotlight. It wasn't a lightning strike. It was a slow awakening, a silent download, running in the background while they were busy doubting you. They didn't notice the shift in your breathing, the sharpness in your eyes, the precision in your silence. They only noticed when their certainty started to crumble, when their comfort started glitching, when their illusions lost connection, and now they sit there buffering, trying to process a version of you their minds weren't built to comprehend. You used to give them access, remember? You let them roam around your heart like it was free DLC. You gave them early previews of the softness, the loyalty, the belief you carried. But now the gates are locked. The beta is closed. The developer has gone dark, and they're stuck outside, watching the lights flicker through shutters they once took for granted. They can't handle that you're finished. Explaining they can't handle that you stopped auditioning for their approval. They can't handle that your evolution didn't ask for witnesses. That's what haunts them, the transformation they didn't get to. Sabotage. They used to think you were just going through something. They told themselves you'd circle back, stay small, stay predictable, stay the version of you they could manipulate. But then your eyes changed. They used to tremble. Now they calculate. They used to speak. Now they observe. They used to seek validation. Now validation seeks you. You want to know the funniest part? They don't even miss you. They miss the access. They miss the free insight into greatness they never earned. They miss being close enough to your energy to steal confidence from your presence. You were their energy source, and they didn't notice until the power cut. Now look at them, panicking in the dark, trying to reboot a connection they corrupted. You think they hate you? No, they fear you. Fear the way you move, like you already know the ending. Fear the silence that speaks like scripture. Fear the patience that looks like a loaded gun set on safety. They keep replaying every moment where they underestimated you like a crime scene. They ask themselves, how did we let them slip? But you didn't slip. You ascended. You became too high resolution for their blurry intentions. They blink, and you evolve again. They look away, and another ability unlocks. They try to downgrade you in conversations, but their voices shake on your name because even their lies know your truth, and the truth is this: you are no longer someone they can read. You are someone they study. You are no longer someone they can reach. You are someone they chase. You are no longer someone they can break. You are someone they can't even look at without feeling small. They watch you now like people watch storms, in awe, in fear, and always from a safe distance, because one wrong move and they know your lightning remembers who fed the thunder. They used to laugh at the idea of you rising. Now rising looks like the only thing you were ever built to do. And deep down, beneath the jealousy, the denial, the forced smiles, they know it. They can't blink, because if they do, they might miss the moment you stop evolving and start unleashing. You know what really terrifies them? It's not your strength, no, it's the source of it. The fact that you upgraded with no permission slip, no audience, no applause. The fact that you built new bones where they tried to break you. The fact that every time life said game over, you hit continue like you paid for infinite lives. They thought leveling up required cheering, squads and approval, ratings. They thought you needed their validation to breathe, but you breathed underwater. You grew in the shadows. You evolved in the silence. And now your existence feels like a glitch in their system because you became what they swore you'd never be: limitless. People love you as long as you stay beneath them, as long as you stay predictable, safe, small packaged with their comfort. But DLC characters were never meant to stay in tutorial mode. You learned the mechanics. You beat the odds. You unlocked skills they don't even have names for yet. You walk different now. It's like gravity works for you, not against you. It's like every step you take writes new laws in a universe that finally recognizes your signature. The way you speak is sharper now, cold, precise, no wasted words. Each sentence hits like truth wrapped in a warning. Your silence used to look like weakness. Now it feels like aiming, and they feel targeted every time you exist. New abilities aren't flashy, they're dangerous. It's the calm in your stare that makes liars choke. It's the steadiness of your voice that makes manipulators fold. Your energy has consequences now, and everyone who underestimated you is suffering the side effects. They look at you and feel exposed. They look at themselves and feel inferior. They look at your progress and feel the clock running out on their excuses because you proved what they feared. They could have leveled up too. They just chose comfort over courage. Them, they saved the game and quit when the mission got tough. You turned difficulty settings into fuel. They thought you were done. Now you're DLC different level completely. You're not the sequel. you're the hidden expansion pack. No, one new was loading until you arrived fully, operational and emotionally untouchable, and now they keep opening doors expecting the old version of you to answer. But that character has been deleted. No respawn, no return. The only version left is the one with infinite focus and zero tolerance for nonsense. They can't gaslight a mind that has learned to see intentions. They can't break a spine that rebuilt itself in titanium. They can't manipulate a heart that updated its firewall. They can't control someone who stopped needing permission to exist. You're the new update that fixes every glitch they exploited, and they see it. The posture, the eyes, the untouchable peace. They see a boss fight where they once saw an easy target. Your aura has patch notes. They say, bug fix, stopped caring, buff, indestructible self-worth, new skill, unpredictable, ambition. Welcome to the version of you that even fate can't nerf anymore. You're not rising to prove anything. You're rising because evolution is your nature. Because greatness isn't a choice for you, it's a side effect, and every time they blink, you unlock something next. They keep asking, how did you change so fast? As if evolution follows a schedule, as if growth waits for permission. The truth is, there was a moment, a quiet, brutal moment where you realized nobody was coming to save you. That reality hit like electricity, and instead of collapsing, you charged from it. You upgraded because you had no other option. You evolved because your survival demanded it. You became the version of you that pain designed and destiny approved, and now your presence feels like prophecy in motion. You look like someone who stopped negotiating with their old limits. You look like someone who finally understood that potential is a weapon, and you sharpened it on every betrayal that tried to dull your edge. They used to think you were predictable. They used to think they had you figured out. Today, they look at you like a stranger who stole the body of the person they once knew, because the old you needed validation. The new you is validation. The old you waited for signs. The new you is the sign. The way you make decisions now, it's not emotional, it's surgical. You cut dead weight without hesitation. You choose silence over arguing. You choose distance over disrespect. You choose peace over performing for people who never deserved a front row seat to your evolution. And that scares them. Scares them because it means they never really mattered to your destiny. They were just a mission objective, completed and forgotten. You're in unlocked territory now, a region where their opinions don't render, where their egos can't follow, where their narratives glitch and break because the main character decided to walk off the script they wrote for him. Your growth became a threat to those who wanted you stuck, and every time you level up, another mask falls off. They pretend they don't notice, but their fear is obvious. It's in the way they stare too long. It's in how they whisper your name like a warning. It's in how their confidence shakes every time your power speaks without sound. You didn't become colder. You just became harder to fool. You didn't lose heart. You just stopped giving it away like a coupon. They'll say you changed, but what they really mean is they can't manipulate this version of you. They can't get into your head anymore because the locks have changed, and the key is fire. They tried to delay your destiny. Now they're watching it drive past them like a bullet train they were too slow to board. They're haunted by the new you, not because you seek revenge, but because you no longer seek them. That's the power shift. They used to be the reason you cried. Now they're the reason you grind. They used to drain you. Now they only motivate you. They used to laugh at your dreams. Now they're terrified. They were never big enough to contain you. You're no longer an underdog. You're the anomaly, the glitch, the upgrade they never saw coming. You unlocked potential that makes their knees weak. You unlocked confidence that makes their pride crumble. You unlocked a future that rejected their limitations. You unlocked the version of you that isn't here to fit in, he's here to take over. And the city feels it, every building, every street, every pair of eyes tracking your footsteps, feels the shift in the air. A DLC character doesn't just join the game, they change it. You're the update, you're the expansion, you're the power they can't patch out anymore. So let them stare, let them wonder, let them fear every blink, because every time the screen fades to black, you come back stronger. They used to think you were harmless, a side character, a background soul passing through scenes that didn't belong to you, but now look at them. Wide eyes, hidden envy, shaky hands trying to pretend they're steady. The ones who once talked down to you now hesitate to speak at all, not because you yelled, not because you fought, but because you became undeniable. You stopped explaining yourself. You stopped asking for permission. You stopped shrinking to make others feel comfortable in rooms you outgrew. And that silence, that unbothered posture, that calm grin like you already know the outcome, that's what's hurting them inside. You didn't just unlock new power, you unlocked awareness. You see people for exactly who they are now. No illusions, no rose-colored glasses, no more giving loyalty to those who only gave you lessons. You read their intentions like subtitles. Beneath every word, they feel exposed around you because you've developed a sixth sense for manipulation. You learned the cost of trust the hard way, and now your standards stand taller than their ego. You used to care what everyone felt. Now you care what you feel. That shift alone rewrote the rules of your universe, and the world is trying to catch up. Your confidence doesn't come from applause anymore. It comes from survival. It comes from getting up every time you were knocked down. It comes from knowing that you rebuilt yourself from scraps and scars while people pretended not to notice. Now they notice. They notice the posture of someone who won't crumble again. They notice the light in your eyes that doesn't flicker anymore. They notice the aura that says, I know who I am, try stepping. Wrong. That aura alone has people acting different around you. They watch their words. They lower their tone. They treat your presence like a privilege, because it is. You see, unlocked power doesn't shout. It shifts the atmosphere. It walks into a room and the energy rearranges. It makes insecure people choke on their own doubt. And right now, they're drowning in it. The same ones who said you'd never make it, they're rehearsing apologies they'll never get to deliver. The ones who ghosted you, they're haunted by every version of you they underestimated. They know you're not chasing revenge, but that's what terrifies them the most, because revenge is predictable, but evolution is chaos. You've become unpredictable, a wild card with a destiny they can't sabotage anymore. Every step you take is a statement. Every move you make is a warning. Every success you build is a reminder that they misjudged a legend in progress. You used to wait for doors to open. Now, you break the locks off and walk through without slowing down. You used to play small. Now you refuse any role that doesn't crown you. They want to say you changed, but deep down, they know this is who you always were. You just finally tapped into it. You dropped the fears you inherited. You shut down the doubts they fed. You stepped into the final form they swore you'd never reach, and now the city looks quiet, not because nothing's happening, but because everything is. They're holding their breath, hoping they're not the next ones exposed. When a man upgrades his soul, the world gets nervous. You are that upgrade, and the fear in their eyes, it's the proof. You ever notice how nobody laughs at you anymore? Not because you got funnier, but because they finally understand you were never the joke. You were the one quietly studying the room while they were busy craving attention. The same ones who tried to humble you now avoid eye contact like it's a weapon, because it is. Your power isn't in what you say now. It's in what you know, in what you see, in what you became when they thought you were finished. You don't react anymore. You calculate. You don't argue. You observe. You don't chase. You choose, and that level of control, it's terrifying. Let me tell you why. They don't know what's going on in your head now. They can't predict your next move. They don't know who you trust, who you cut off, or who you're planning to replace. They don't know if you're smiling because you're happy or because you already won. They don't know if you're quiet because you're done talking or because you're letting them dig their own graves. That mystery eats them alive. They stare but can't read you. They speak but can't shake. You they push but can't move. You've become the ghost of their guilt, the shadow in their confidence, the reminder that they lost access to the version of you who
would have forgiven anything. They
broke your heart once. You broke their safety forever. Your presence alone forces them to question themselves. A simple glance from you feels like judgment. Simple shrug feels like rejection. Simple silence feels like punishment. They feel small around you. Now, not because you make them feel that way, but because they finally see the scale of who you are. Every room you enter shifts. Every conversation tilts in your direction. Every eye watches you first because you turned your survival into authority. You don't demand respect. You radiate it. You don't threaten anyone. Yet everyone knows not to play with you anymore. That's not ego. That's evolution. See, the world thought your kindness was weakness. They thought your patience was submission. They thought your silence was fear. But you never lost your voice. You were simply upgrading your roar. You learned to walk alone without feeling alone. You learned to trust yourself before trusting any crowd. You learned the difference between company and connection, and now the whole city can feel that upgrade in the air. There's tension around your name now. Other people speak it carefully, with a mix of fear and curiosity, because you became a story they never expected to be real. The smartest one in the room, but quietest in the room. That's exactly how kings rise, and exactly how cowards panic. You unlocked a power they can't track, a future they can't stop, and a version of you they can't survive. So let them whisper, let them stare, let them fear what you're building, because deep down they know the truth. The game isn't theirs anymore, it's yours, and you're just getting started. Funny how everything flipped, isn't it? Once upon a time, they waited for you to fail. Now they wait for you to speak. They used to doubt every step you took. Now they analyze every move you make. They all used to laugh at your dreams. Now they steal your ideas and call them goals. They used to call you dramatic. Now they call you unpredictable because you unlocked something they can't categorize, a power that wasn't given by them. So it can't be taken by them. It's not talent, not luck, not chance. It's awakening. And every person who doubted you feels that awakening like a cold hand on the back of their neck. What scares them most isn't your progress, it's your potential, because potential means growth, and growth means distance, and distance means they can't reach you anymore. Not with guilt, not with doubt, not with manipulation. They can't slow you down because you stopped asking for directions. They can't sabotage you because you learned to protect your peace. They can't distract you because you finally see what matters. You outgrew their version of you. That's what threatens them. They can't control a character who suddenly realized he was the main villain in a world full of background noise. You are not the praise seeker anymore. You are the silent storm. You are not the victim anymore. You are the plot twist, and plot twists don't ask permission to rewrite the story. They just happen. You became the lesson they didn't study, for you became the question they can't answer. You became the truth they can't swallow. Your silence now speaks in a language only the awakened can understand. Every time you show up, it's a reminder that transformation always looks impossible until someone like you does it first. See, they thought you were leveling up for revenge, but revenge was never the goal. The goal was resurrection, and you achieved that. And now look at you. You walk like Your soul is finally sitting in its rightful throne. You breathe like the universe finally, aligned with your heartbeat. Your existence now is a declaration. No one will ever break you the same way twice. You've become too sharp, too aware, too divine for that. You're not just hard to replace, you're hard to approach, because leveling up turned you into a responsibility not everyone deserves. Access to the upgraded version, and you know that now, so you protect your energy like a crown, because kings don't lower themselves, they raise the standard. And you did. You raised the whole frequency of your life. Every shadow of your past still tries to follow, but it can't step into light this bright. The world now understands why the silence was necessary, why the loneliness was essential, why the pain was training. And guess what? You're still not at full power, yet this is just the DLC. Pack bonus abilities. New vision, advanced instincts, extra patience, dangerous focus. If this is your starter stage, imagine your final form. They can't. They don't want to, because that means facing a reality where the one they underestimated became the one they're terrified to lose or forced to respect from now on. Every rumor, every stare, every quiet apology they'll never say out loud, that's all evidence of the shift. You changed the game. You rewired the world. You removed the mask, and you're not putting it back on, so let them blink. Slow. Let them sit scared. Let them pretend they didn't see this coming, because now they do. Every eye is watching. Every heart is racing. Every lie is crumbling. And you're just smiling, because deep down, you already know. This is only the beginning. Welcome to your upgrade. Welcome to your dominance. Welcome to the era where you unlock the power, and the world unlocks the fear.